So the final topic of the day.
Yeah.
This one, as always, brought to you by the Kinda Funny forums. Go to kindafunny.com/forums if you want your topics read on this beautiful, beautiful show. Just like Rudrumma did. Rudrumma says, how do you all see traditional gaming space evolving over the next 5 years in terms of journalism?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
We kind of touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
In the other video you can check out, I assume that
Monday.
we're
Well,
good.
no, it gets put up as one big one too.
Oh, gotcha,
So it's
gotcha.
not totally disconnected.
Rewind. Get that watch time up. Yeah. It's ever changing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen how many different iterations of this industry now in the past 10 years? Remember when there were magazines?
I mean, yeah, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys see?
I mean, I always talk about it, right? That I think what we're all doing is kind of right now the imminent future, where I think you'll always have your pillars of IGN and GameSpot, and the big sites will be there. I think the mid-level sites that try to do what IGN and GameSpot do will fall away, and then you'll have this spectrum that is giant sites and then the personalities. All right, I went to IGN and I heard about all this cool stuff that's happening with Smash, but I know that when I think Smash, I think Tim or whatever. I want to go see on Kinda Funny what he's doing, or Halo. I want to go see what Funhaus is talking about and stuff like that.
Oh, I think also there's kind of a misnomer with the word journalism.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
What the hell is gaming journalism? Because most of what you see is reading of press releases, or just getting information that's just disseminated from on high. And when you go outside of that world and you try to break a story, you get blacklisted. You don't get to go to these events anymore,
Right.
and people
Right.
don't like that. And
Yeah.
we've done that a couple times, and we've pissed some people off.
Yeah.
And like, it's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
And- but it's also, it doesn't matter. It's games or video games.
Mhm.
You don't. I don't know. Like, there was journalism when you had to figure out that, go back to like Nixon, there was journalism that took place. There was a lot of investigating
Right.
journalism that like had an effect on the world. I mean, whether Silent Hills is getting made or not, I don't know if you're going to lose any, sleep over that. Someone might have a job.
And that's the problem is when everybody tries to put all of what happens in video game journalism or enthusiast press under the banner of journalism, right? So much of it is opinion, critique,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Entertainment.
Like, exactly. And so
I like the term enthusiast.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's people who are doing, I think, we always talk about Jason Schreier from Kotaku, Patrick Klepek. Like, they're out there doing things, getting sources, having things that are attributed to people and, you know what I mean?
Alexa at GameSpot.
Of course, yeah.
But that's not the majority.
Oh, no,
No,
and that's
no,
the thing.
no,
and that's
no,
what I'm talking
no.
about with
Yeah.
the umbrella.
Yeah.
There's people who
but
are
also
doing it,
the thing
things
there
they're
too
doing.
is like not only is it not the majority, I think everyone, like you're saying, think it's the majority and think IGN, GameSpot. Oh, that everyone there is a journalist. If
Right.
they say it, they're a journalist. And it's like I was at IGN. I am not a journalist.
I had a
made
degree-
list videos.
I had a
stuff.
degree. I have a degree in journalism, and when I was at IGN, I wasn't a journalist. I was a critic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I became a personality, and there's different things that are going on there.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It'll keep
There's your
evolving like
answer.
that. I think you're going to see more and more small pocket things like us pop up, where it's like, cool. You can have 1 million subs, you can have not as million subs, and like there's people there that have their audience though that they want to hear from.
Yeah. So question 2 comes from our good friend Raj Former.
I know Raj Former.
He's a good man. Over at Funhaus, what's the show you look forward to most every week to film?
Oh, geez. I like demo discs. That's fun. We do this one where we it's gonna run out soon, which is great because someone gave us a packet of old demo discs from like PC Gamer and all these
Yeah.
things, and we go through it and we try to play old games on a Windows 8 machine. Now it's Windows 10.
95% of them don't work.
Nope, not at all. And so we end up playing.
That's such a funny idea.
So we end up playing porn flash games instead. People keep sending us more old games, which is fine. I just look forward to it just because it's always madness. I like everything we do. The only thing I personally do not look forward to is playing GTA because I don't get to play the whole time. So we have to pass it off. And I'm not very funny. And if I don't get to play the game, I'm kind of bored. So that's it.
I mean, just, kind of expanding on this, what do you guys do for the people that don't know out there? Like, what are all your shows and what could they watch?
Oh, God. Honestly, just hit up the website and check it out because there's a whole list of stuff. But if you want to get into it, I would recommend watching the Scrobbles video. I think that usually that will kind of give you an idea of who we are. It was after RTX. We were just tired. We had been working. We're insane. You know that feeling when you're just like, it's sort of like being drunk or high where you're just like, I can't feel things.
Right.
And I think we did a demo disc and we went to Last FM and we saw that certain, like I don't know how it happened, but we found a band that had Scrobbles. We're like, fuck are Scrobbles? And we just burst out laughing, and you kind of get an idea of like who we are and our sense of humor of like what that is. You can find that. So I think someone already ripped it and did a video, but I showed it at a panel in London because Jack hadn't seen it yet. So I was like, I'm going to show this video during the panel just so Jack can watch it.
So he knows what we do.
Yeah. I would watch that and you get an idea of like who we are. But we do all sorts of things. I mean, the idea of Funhaus should give you an idea of we don't take anything too seriously.
Yeah. Unsexiest comedian says, "How does
Real quick, I beat him. Don't let him forget that I beat him at No Mercy.
You beat
Kinda
Unsexiest
Funny
comedian?
Live.
Oh, that's
I was
true.
exhausted. I just wanted to go home and go to bed. And this guy's like, "We need to play," and I did. And I just fucking crushed this kid.
Would you beat him?
Yeah.
WWF No Mercy
Oh, okay.
and 64.
Speaking of crushing motherfuckers,
The best part was I did the special. I was The Rock, of course.
Right.
I did my special people's elbow, but kind of forgot how to do it. So like I bounced off and then I just walked to his body, and then like I didn't drop the elbow because I guess you have to hit the button. But I had forgotten that. I just pinned him. Just pinned his ass. Just pinned him. You suck,
the ultimate
unsexiest
insult.
So
comedian.
anticlimactic.
How do you feel losing the gauntlet to a shirtless camping man-child?
Okay. If you haven't seen the episode yet, I highly recommend you do.
Oh,
the
it's one of
Unreal
my favorite
Tournament one.
internet videos.
What I love about that video more than anything else is that is exactly how it went down. Like
Yeah.
there was almost there's nothing disingenuous about that. There was no second takes. That was what happened. And like it blows my mind because I'm like, that's exactly how I remember it. Like it went down like this in this exact order. The drama was perfect. Fucking Greg, man. Like I was just like,
Him and Freddie all like, "Oh, we got this in the bag. I'm Freddie Wong. I play Unreal Tournament all the time."
and then I killed Freddie. I was worried about Ryan Haywood. Everyone kept telling me they're like, Ryan's an FPS master. He's gonna kill you. And I'm sort of like, I'm being kind of humble. I'm like, I'm good at Twitch shooters. Like if I get into it, I used to play the Unreal demo nonstop. I'd rack up like 50 kills. I'm just like, I love twitching.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right now I love Overwatch. Like I'm having such a good time playing that as like any attacker. It's just like it clicks with me. Shooters like that click with me. And Greg just sat there. He just sat in a fucking corner. And then I think I killed myself
Yeah.
because I had rockets. And I'm just like, but I'm happy the way it turned out because it made for better entertainment.
yeah. It was
oh,
great. It was
my
great.
So my favorite thing was just Greg going crazy at the end. But my second favorite thing about that video is when you kill Freddy. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And you were just like, "I'm sorry, you all look the same. That's not an Asian thing."
That's sort of my mouth talking before my brain
Yeah.
is done
Oh,
processing
that
things.
was so funny.
That was a great show.
That was great.
I tell
know.
Bernie all the time to bring it back,
Yeah.
and then he just doesn't answer that text.
Yeah.
But I keep sending it.
Yeah, he'll respond to other things, just not that. I was saying one of the seasons of 10 Little Roosters, or I guess the next one's 11 Little Roosters, they're doing like a spy theme.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying like 12 Little Roosters or whatever, like it should just be based on, they should do a fake Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And it's based on, and like people are dying during the Gauntlet season 3, but so it's a weird meta thing. It's sort of like the Curb Your Enthusiasm Seinfeld
Right.
reunion.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Make it meta.
Most ADD says, "What's the coolest thing about working for Rooster Teeth now?"
I mean, cool part. There's so many freaking talented people. You can lean on so many other people, like John Reisinger, who will design something in right away. We have socks right now. Hold on, I'll show you.
What?
Yeah, I didn't used to have socks where I work, but yeah, we have socks.
That's
now.
awesome.
Yeah,
Fuck, I want kind of funny socks real bad.
the fact that there's merch that like we're getting like weekly is insane. Like it honestly comes down to support and talent. Like you have a lot of that working with a company as talented as that, especially with us being in LA and them being in Austin, is crazy. So that's part of the best part. But then just kind of be able to do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
It feels great. I'm sure you guys can attest. Like
Yeah.
it's a great feeling. And having people on the sales side, the merch side, and the content side just supporting everything you do. That's a great feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So not bashing anywhere else I used to work, but it's
Yeah.
it's a life of
It's
difference.
better.
It's so good.
Russ Sadler says, "Who looks better in a dress, Bruce or James?"
James. I'm not a fan of body hair. I love you, Bruce, but man, it's a lot of hair. I've seen his ass
Oh
too many times. He calls it his back pussy.
my God.
It's a dark hole. He spends a lot of time wiping. Sorry.
Head Monkey 84, which is one of the best names I've ever heard. What's the absolute worst job you've ever had?
I worked at Kmart for like 3 days in the food court.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
I think they closed it shortly after I left.
You were the linchpin.
Kind of, yeah. I had to make a fish sandwich for a kid having no cooking experience. Pretty sure I served it half frozen, half raw. I charged him $5 for it.
$5 for food
It's the
poisoning.
best I can do.
And like, I think on like the second day they wanted me to clean out like the grease drain and stuff. And I was just like, this is a really shitty job. This is really bad. After that, I went into retail and started working at a clothing store, which wasn't as bad.
Was it like a Forever 21?
It was Anchor
BB?
Blue.
Anchor fucking Blue? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Oh, it's amazing. I hope that at some point in my life you've sold me pants. The beyond baggy pants.
Yeah, they probably I got a weird skin rash working there.
Oh, because the fucking dyes of the
yeah.
jeans?
I remember my hands were just like shredded, and I was always
I know
wearing
all about
Band-Aids. Retail sucks. But I keep telling, hey, work some shit jobs. So if you ever get a really
you
good
can
job,
appreciate it.
you will appreciate it. You'll wake up and go, yay, I get to play Overwatch.
Count Stacula. Damn, I take that back. I take back the
That's a
head
better
monkey
name?
being the best name. Count Stacula is amazing.
Pretty good.
How do you keep it real?
Oh.
How do I keep it real? I don't know. Just have some perspective on life. I don't know. I work with a lot of humble dudes, like legitimate humble dudes. Like everyone there is very passionate. Surround yourself around people who are into the same stuff as you and who also keep it real, so to speak. I don't know. Like just have good people, good friends who are into the same things as you, and they kind of keep you in check. I've seen people in this industry go insane, either with money or fame or a million other things. And I don't think any of that stuff ever really matters to us. We just want to do a good job and entertain people. So like, just keep your focuses very simple. That's really it. Like live to be happy and make sure you enjoy what you're doing. I don't know. It wouldn't make sense to be miserable. I'm always trying to work towards something better, something good. So I don't know. I drive an Accord. It's cool.
So in a short answer, driving a car.
That's how you keep it real. Cook A wants to know, are you over your drug addiction? # sex swing.
Oh, have you guys seen this?
No.
We did a fake rock band integration. It was a
It was
real,
a real integration.
We have a
You were
fake
a fake band called
band.
Sex Swing.
Yeah, we're a fake band called Sex Swing.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I saw people tweeting images about
Yeah,
sex swing. I didn't get it.
I was a character called the Schling, and I had a heart attack on stage. No, the drug addiction is still real. Drugs are great. Prescriptions. This is legal.
Suck My Magnum, final question of the day, says, how do you feel your change from Inside Gaming to Rooster Teeth has affected your reach?
Oh God, no. The fandom's insane. Going from Machinima is like, I kind of felt like we kept trying to fight for like fandom, like, or we were trying to fight for goodwill. At Rooster Teeth, it just kind of pours onto you, and like people are very supportive and very cool. Hi, puppy, you're so cute.
We're familiar with that. Quite familiar with that.
It is, yeah. It, like going to RTX was madness. You guys were there,
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Holy crap! It was to see a company take over a town like that is just insanity. It's boosted our reach a lot, and I think a lot of that too is like we get to work with really cool groups like, you know, the live action crew, and Achievement Hunter. Like we just have great people we can collaborate off of, and we've been welcomed into the family, which is good. I think that's the hardest thing for new hires and people to come on. So, what was the question again? I forgot.
The reach.
Oh,
the
reach.
difference.
That was a good answer.
Yeah. It's crazy. It blows my mind how many fans we have when we go to different towns and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very, you guys know this. It's surreal.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you guys do what I do. You just live your life. You're a normal person. You're just a civilian. You're walking around. Somebody like, oh my God. You're like, what I do, how, like, take my money. I'm so sorry. I never want to be that asshole where someone comes up and he goes, excuse me. Yeah, I'll take your photo. And they're like, no, I was looking for the street.
No, that's happened before. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie. Oh yeah.
Oh,
like
God.
weird things. I'm just like, where I because the thing is with me, they'll like get really excited. I'm like, hey, and like I'm never sure if they know who I am because I'm like the fucking other guy. So it's just like, what do you want? Do you know who I am, or
Right.
do you need something?
That's me usually. I'm very shifty. I'm like,
I need some kind of confirmation that you know exactly what's happening.
well, even in London, Jack and I were sitting next to each other signing stuff, and people would come up, and I'd always ask like, do you want me to sign it too? Because I know Jack's been to the company way longer than me,
When we
and there's
did-
way more Achievement Hunter fans. So I'm like,
2 years ago, you and I did RTX after the Gauntlet.
right,
And
yeah.
we sat up, and it would be like one after another would be like, I'm a Greg fan, I'm an Adam fan. And then the other would sit there and be like, I don't know how to interact in this situation. Do you want me to do anything?
there's a lot of photos of us just kind of.
Yeah.
I'll stay on this one. Here I'm in this one. The weirdest thing for me, and this is like really shitty, is the fact that I live in San Francisco, born and raised in San Francisco. So I deal with like a lot of. I've grown up here. I went to school here, elementary school, middle school, high school, college. Like I have so much history here of knowing people, and a lot of people. There's a lot of acquaintances. So every once in a while, someone will be like Tim, and I look over and I'm like, do I know them?
Yeah.
Or
Is this a
do
thing?
they just know me?
Sure.
Yeah.
And like a couple days ago, we were walking to Starbucks, and like some car pulls over, just full Asian kids, and they're just like Tom, and I'm just like, and just like pointed at them, like the point's my go-to, and then they drive off, and Kevin's like, just kind of looked at me like, what was that? I'm like,
they thought
I
you
don't
were
know.
They
That
thought you were
could have
Angelina
been
Jolie, maybe.
anyone I knew from my math class in high school. I don't know. Like I didn't get a good enough look.
Wow, that was way more racist than I think you'll ever think it was.
No.
No.
That
Well,
was
Well,
not
I'm
racist.
like, what does the Asian part make?
No,
like,
just
what's
Tim
happening?
Tim was the only white guy in
I was
school.
the white guy.
Okay.
All of, like I grew up surrounded. This is my life.
He could have picked
That is
any
not-
class,
But he said
but he
math.
stumbled right into that one.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm saying that based on my experience, not on any generalities at all. I went to Lowell High School, which is literally 90% Asian kids.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Hey, you're getting into defensive mode. That's fine. That's on you, not me.
yeah, exactly. Things happen. Man. Things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, that topic, this episode, brought to you by Loot Crate. Would you classify yourself as a geek, gamer, or pop culture nerd? Then this is the subscription box for you. For less than $20 a month, you get 6 to 8 items of gamer and pop culture licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, unique one-of-a-kind items, and more. Make sure to head to lootcrate.com/KFGames and enter code KFGames to save $3 on any new subscription every month. There's a whole bunch of different themes. They're great stuff. This year thus far, there have been crates featuring some exclusive items from Star Wars and Voltron, as well as some epic geek apparel from your favorite shows. A crate all about strategy games, a crate all about covert operations. You know all this stuff. Basically, Loot Crate's your friend. He gives you a bunch of cool stuff every month, and it's a great old time. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. And when the cutoff happens, that's it, Jack. It's over.
Damn right.
So
I like how
Loot
you
Crate-
slow down for the Jack reference too.
Yeah.
Did you guys get the Fallout sweater?
No.
Okay.
Christine did. Christine.
Yeah.
got
I've
the
been seeing a
Fallout
lot of
box.
people getting it. I'm like, shit, I wish I
I got the
it.
cool
You used to
little
buy it off
Pikachu thing,
Bethesda's
though.
store.
It was a good loot crate.
So go to lootcrate.com/KFGames and enter code KFGames to save $3 on your new subscription today.
Oh man.
Adam,
Yeah.
thank you so much for
Hey, thanks for
joining
having
us.
me, guys.
This is a lot of fun. Yeah, another clap.
We like you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're good.
I thought
It's
we-
like you do this podcast thing. It's
It's a weird thing because the very first time I ever saw Greg, he annoyed the fuck out of me. No, I remember
I do that.
Remember the game Lair?
Yeah.
And you were holding that like review guide. I'm like, who's this fucking nerd like holding this? Oh, I just want to punch that face. Then we met. I'm like, oh, Greg's really nice.
Yeah. That's how it happens. I usually hate people at first, and then I'm like, oh, I either still hate them or kind of like them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kind of Funny Gamescast. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. We'll be back every day. We'll be here fucking
I love
forever.
you now.
I love you.
Thank you.